Hello, and welcome to Quill Dreamland, where we transform the most beautiful settings from classic literature into serene, immersive journeys designed to calm your mind and help you drift off into dreamland. Our story begins after the great traveler Odysseus and his last surviving ship have landed on the mysterious island of Aeaea. A party of his men, sent to explore, discovered the stone palace of the enchantress Circe, and, lured inside by her song, they have not returned. A lone survivor has come back with a strange tale of tame wild beasts and powerful magic. Odysseus must now venture alone to understand this enchantment and bring his men back. Tonight, we follow the great traveler as he steps into the domain of the wise and gentle nymph, Circe. This is a story of quiet courage, of a peaceful meeting of two powerful wills, and of the deep, restorative comfort that can be found after a great trial is past. Let your mind grow quiet as your journey begins. You leave the ship, your footsteps the only sound on the soft path leading into the ancient forest. The air around you is cool and remarkably still, carrying the deep, earthy scent of oak and damp soil. The light is soft, filtering through the high canopy in shifting patterns of gold and shadow. As you walk, you can feel the subtle magic of this place. It is a gentle, sleepy enchantment that tries to cloud the mind, to soften resolve. And you can hear it, faint at first, then grow stronger. The beautiful, ethereal sound of Circe's song, weaving itself through the trees. It is a melody of pure peace, an invitation to let go, to surrender. But as you walk, the light on the path ahead seems to shift and brighten. A young man, impossibly beautiful, with a kind face and knowing eyes, appears before you. He is the god Hermes, the messenger. His voice is not a command, but a soft, reassuring whisper in your mind. He tells you of Circe's enchanting power, and of a way to meet her not as a victim, but as an equal. He gestures to the dark, rich earth at the base of a great tree. From it, he plucks a single strange flower. Its root is as black as polished jet, but its blossom is a brilliant, pure white, like a drop of solidified moonlight. This is the herb, moly, Hermes whispers in your thoughts. It will keep your mind clear. It will anchor your spirit. It will allow you to feel her peace without losing yourself within it. You take the flower. It feels cool and strangely alive in your hand. As you hold it, a sensation of profound clarity and calm washes over you. The hazy, seductive magic of the island is still there, but it no longer clouds your thoughts. You feel grounded, centered, your own will a solid, quiet presence within you. You are ready. You arrive at the clearing. You see the great lions and wolves, and they greet you with the same calm, welcoming gaze, sensing the quiet strength within you. You step into the grotto, the warmth of the fire and the scent of cedar washing over you. And you see her, Circe, a figure of serene and timeless beauty working at her golden loom. Her song is beautiful, a wave of pure tranquility that washes against you. You feel its immense power, its invitation to let go. but the cool clarity of the moly within you holds you steady like a great, deep anchor. She turns, her eyes widening with a quiet surprise. She sees you standing there, your mind clear, your gaze calm and direct. A slow, knowing smile touches her lips. She gestures to a silver chair and to a table where a cup of fragrant, honeyed wine is waiting for you.
You sit. You accept the cup. You can feel the potent, sleepy magic swirling within the dark red liquid. She watches you, her song a gentle, persuasive hum. You lift the cup and you drink. You feel the magic rush through you, a warm, drowsy, dissolving wave. It tries to soften your thoughts, to blur the edges of your memory, to invite you into that simple, thoughtless peace. But the cool, clear power of the moly meets it. You feel the two magics mingle, a warm, golden wave meeting a cool, silver stone. The enchantment breaks against you and then recedes, leaving only the delicious taste of the wine and the warmth of the fire. You remain yourself, whole, calm, clear. Circe's song falters, then stops. The rhythmic clack of her loom ceases. A profound silence fills the grotto. She has met a will as strong as her own. There is no anger in her eyes, only a profound and growing respect. You do not need to draw a sword. You do not need to shout. You speak in a low, calm voice, and you ask for your men. And Circe, with a slow, graceful nod of admiration, agrees. She rises and leads you out of the grotto, through a quiet, sun-dappled grove, to a clean and well-tended stone enclosure. There, in the warm sun, your men are resting. They are in the form of swine, but they are not in a state of terror. They are in a deep, dreamless animal slumber, their breathing slow and steady. Circe holds a slender, magical wand. She does not strike them, but touches each one gently on the head. With each touch, she anoints them with another magical potion, a clear, fragrant oil that smells of strange, restorative herbs. She speaks a soft, quiet word of reversal, a sound like waking thunder, but gentle and low. And a gentle transformation begins. It is like an awakening from a long, deep dream. The animal forms soften, reform, stretching and growing, a slow, magical unfolding. You watch, your heart filled with a profound and quiet joy, as your men stand before you once more. They look at you, their eyes filled with a profound, tearful joy of recognition and reunion. The clearing is filled with the soft, gentle sounds of their quiet celebration. And so began your long year of peace. The days that followed unfolded in a slow, dreamlike rhythm, a time outside of time. Circe, now a gracious and powerful hostess, welcomes you all into her home. Each morning brought a deeper sense of calm. You would wake to the beautiful sound of her song, a familiar, cherished melody, and the renewed scent of the fire burning cedar and herbs. The light that fills the grotto was always soft and diffused, never harsh. You felt the deep pleasure of a luxurious bath, the warm, fragrant water soothing every tired muscle, and the simple comfort of the fine, clean robes you were given. You would sit at the endless feast, tasting the roasted meats so tender they fell apart at a touch. There is bread that is always warm, with a golden crust that tastes faintly of honey. There is a cup of deep red wine that does not cloud the mind, but instead brings a profound sense of calm and clarity. And there are bowls of fresh fruit, figs and plums and dark purple grapes that seem to ripen the very moment they are picked, each one bursting with a sweet, pure flavor that feels like concentrated sunlight. Each taste is clean and perfect, nourishing you deeply without effort. You spend your days in quiet, peaceful pursuits, exploring the unique wonders of Circe's domain, always wrapped in the gentle, protective aura of her magic and her song. You explore her walled herb garden that lies just behind the stone house. The air inside the garden is thick with 1,000 different beautiful scents. This is where she gathers the magic for her enchantments of peace. The sounds of the wider island seem to fade away, replaced by the low, contented hum of enchanted bees, their wings beating in a slow, hypnotic rhythm as they drift from one magical blossom to the next. The garden is not wild, but it is not rigidly manicured. It is a place of harmonious order. Winding paths of smooth, gray flagstones, warm from the sun, meander between raised beds of dark, rich earth. Here, Circe cultivates the sources of her enchantments, herbs that do not just heal the body, but soothe the soul. You begin to walk, your steps slow and deliberate on the warm stone. Your very first breath is a revelation. The air is a quiet symphony of aromas, a layered tapestry of scents that seems to speak directly to your mind. You pause by a bed of low-growing plants with soft, velvety, silver-gray leaves. From their centers rise delicate stems, topped with clusters of deep purple flowers that look like tiny, sleeping stars. You recognize this scent from the deepest, most restful nights you have spent here. This is slumberwort. You kneel down, and without even touching it, you can feel its gentle, soporific magic. The fragrance is like lavender and chamomile, but deeper, richer, with an underlying note of cool night air and ancient quiet stone. It is a scent that seems to physically unclench your very soul, inviting a profound and blissful drowsiness.
You continue along the path, the soft humming of the bees, a constant, gentle companion. You come to a patch of herbs with tall, slender stalks and small bell-shaped flowers the color of moonlight. Their leaves are a pale, almost translucent green, and they seem to shimmer in the warm air. This is still bloom. Its scent is not sweet, but clean and refreshing, like the air after a summer rain, like cool linen, like the deep, quiet smell of a cave. As you inhale its fragrance,
Your mind seems to grow perfectly still and clear. All thought, all worry, all memory, it all recedes, leaving only a state of perfect, thoughtless, and profound contentment. Further on, you find a plant that glows with a soft golden light. Its leaves are shaped like tiny cupped hands, and they seem to hold the very warmth of the sun. This is hearthleaf. Its aroma is the most comforting you have ever known. It smells of baking bread, of old, well-loved books, of sun-warmed hay, and the faint, sweet scent of a crackling fire. It is the fragrance of safety, of happy nostalgia without any trace of sadness. It is the scent of home. You walk on, past countless other strange and beautiful plants, each with its own unique and gentle magic. Finally, the path leads you to the center of the garden, where a simple, smooth stone bench sits beside a small, bubbling spring. The water doesn't splash, but rises from the earth in a single, perfectly clear, continuous pulse, overflowing into a shallow stone basin and then trickling away into the rich earth. The sound is a soft, steady, and deeply hypnotic rhythm. You sit on the sun-warmed bench, feeling its solid, ancient presence beneath you. From here, you are surrounded by the quiet symphony of the garden, the gentle hum of the bees, the soft, pulsing bubble of the spring, and the chorus of 1,000 calming fragrances, all mingling in the warm, still air. You close your eyes. You breathe in the scent of deep sleep from the slumberwort. You breathe out, feeling a wave of perfect contentment from the still bloom. You breathe in the comforting warmth of the hearth leaf. You breathe out, feeling utterly and completely safe. This is the heart of Circe's magic, a sanctuary of profound peace, a garden grown for the sole purpose of bringing rest to a weary spirit. You can sit here for as long as you wish, held in this warm, fragrant, and deeply magical embrace, feeling the weariness of a lifetime simply dissolve. And often, on a perfect, sun-drenched afternoon, you would find yourself walking through the fragrant woods outside. Your steps are unhurried, soft upon a path cushioned by centuries of fallen leaves and thick emerald moss. The air around you is cool and remarkably still, carrying the deep, earthy scent of ancient trees and damp soil, mingled with that faint, sweet, herbal fragrance that seems to hum with a quiet magic. The trees themselves are immense, their trunks thick with age, their branches reaching up to interlace and form a vast, green canopy high above. Sunlight filters in soft, dappled patterns like scattered gold dust upon the forest floor,
shifting and dancing with the slightest breeze that whispers through the leaves. The light is never harsh here. It is always diffused, mellow, as if the sun itself holds a gentle breath. You have been walking for some time, and with each slow, rhythmic step, the lingering echoes of your day begin to fade. The sounds of the world you left behind, the rush, the demands, the endless chatter, are now distant, muted whispers, like the faint memory of a dream. Here there is only the soft rustle of leaves, the distant, gentle coo of a hidden dove, and the steady, quiet rhythm of your own breathing, in and out, relaxing, releasing. As you continue deeper, you hear a soft, almost imperceptible padding sound on the mossy ground ahead. Emerging from the dappled shadows of the ancient trees into a small, sun-kissed clearing are magnificent creatures. Great lions with flowing manes, their fur the color of burnished gold and deep amber. Powerful, sleek wolves with eyes like ancient wisdom. They move with an effortless grace, their large paws making no sound on the moss. Their eyes, as they turn to you, are not wild or predatory, but serene and welcoming. They are not merely animals, they are guardians woven into the very magic of this place.
One of the great lions, with a mane like a sunlit cloud, approaches. It does not stalk, but ambles gently, its immense body moving with a surprising lightness. It reaches you, and rather than a roar, it lets out a soft, deep purr, a sound that vibrates through the very ground beneath your feet. It lowers its majestic head, gently nudging your hand with its warm, velvety nose, then rubs its broad, furry flank against your leg like a contented house cat. The wolf companions watch, their tails giving slow, silent swishes in the air, their calm eyes inviting you further. You reach out, burying your fingers in the thick, soft fur of the lion's mane. It is warm and smells faintly of sun and forest. This is a land where the wild has been made gentle, where power rests in perfect peace. You are safe here, truly, utterly safe. As the great animals settle around you, some lying down in the sun-dappled grass, others simply watching with serene attention, you notice something else in the air, a new scent, carried on the softest breeze. It is the warm, deeply comforting smell of a fire burning cedar and cypress wood, mingled with that earlier sweet, mysterious herbal fragrance. It is a rich, aromatic smoke that speaks not of danger, but of warmth and safety and home. It reminds you of old, happy memories, but without any sense of loss or longing, just the comforting echo of peace. And with the scent comes a sound, faint at first, then growing clearer, a beautiful, clear voice singing a soft, wordless lullaby.
It is the voice of Circe. It is a gentle, ethereal melody that seems to weave itself through the trees, to become part of the very air of the island. It is a song of deep peace, a melody that soothes the soul and stills the mind. You feel the notes resonate within you, a soft hum that washes away any residual tension, replacing it with pure tranquility. You follow the scent of the fire and the sound of the song to a magnificent dwelling. Green ivy vines, heavy with dark purple grape clusters, climb the stone walls, adding to its natural beauty. Smoke curls lazily and gracefully from its chimney, carrying the beautiful, fragrant aroma that drew you here. You are now at the entrance of the grotto, which is framed by twisted, ancient oak branches, draped with more vines and large, lush ferns that unfurl their delicate fronds. There is no door, only an open archway, inviting you into the warmth within. As you step inside, the temperature is perfectly comfortable, cool enough to be refreshing after your walk, yet warmed by a central hearth where a large, well-tended fire burns with a silent, steady glow. The flames dance and cast a warm, flickering light on the smooth rock walls, illuminating ancient carvings that seem to shimmer and move in the soft light. This is the source of the beautiful, fragrant smoke. The fire is mesmerizing, each tiny flame a dancer, twisting and turning, but silent and soft. Inside, the grotto is surprisingly spacious, with a high vaulted ceiling that seems to absorb all harsh sound, leaving only a soft, muted silence beneath the constant hum of Circe's song. Furnishings are simple but exquisite. Chairs carved from dark, polished wood, tables of smooth, cool stone, and soft, deep rugs woven with patterns like constellations. And there, in the center of the spacious cave, sits Circe. She is a figure of serene and timeless beauty. Her movements are slow and graceful as she works at her golden loom. Her long, dark hair falls like a cascade over her shoulders, and her hands, agile and delicate, guide the threads with practiced ease. The sound of her shuttle moving back and forth, clack, clack, is a soft, rhythmic counterpoint to her endless, gentle song. The tapestry she weaves is never the same. One day it is a map of the night sky, with stars woven from silver thread that seem to twinkle in the firelight. Another day it is a deep green forest, so detailed you can almost smell the moss and hear the rustle of the leaves. Her work is a silent, gentle creation, a constant, calming presence in the heart of the grotto. The threads on her loom are not ordinary. They are spun from starlight and moonlight, shimmering with all the colors of dawn and dusk, the deep blue of the night sky, and the iridescent greens of the forest. They seem to glow faintly, weaving themselves into a tapestry that tells silent stories of the cosmos, of mountains and oceans, of sun and stars. She does not look up as you approach. She knows you are there. Her presence radiates a profound calm, an ancient stillness that permeates every corner of the grotto. She is a guardian of peace, a weaver of tranquility. You find a place to rest on a soft bed of moss near the warmth of the fire. The moss is thick and springy, conforming perfectly to the shape of your body. You can feel the gentle warmth of the fire on your face, a comforting counterpoint to the cool air of the grotto. And you simply listen. You listen to the soft, rhythmic crackle of the burning cedar, the gentle clack of the loom, a sound as old as time itself, and the beautiful, endless lullaby of her voice. It is a song of starlight and deep water and the slow, silent turning of the ages. It is a song of rest. It wraps around you like a soft, invisible blanket, inviting you to surrender entirely to its peace. Every note, every flicker of the fire, every whisper of the loom work together to lull your mind into a profound state of calm. You stretch slowly, feeling your muscles release any lingering stiffness from your long, deep sleep, feeling completely restored. As evening approaches, the light outside the grotto begins to fade. The golden sunlight softens to a gentle rose and then to a deep, dusky violet. But inside, the great hearth fire is built up, filling the space with a warm, steady, and deeply comforting glow. The firelight dances on the polished stone walls, making the shadows sway and retreat in a slow, silent dance.
The great beasts of the island, the lions and the wolves, come to the mouth of the grotto. They do not enter, but lie down just outside, their powerful forms creating a silent, protective barrier against the coming night. You see their shapes silhouetted against the fading twilight, a promise of perfect safety. The air outside grows cooler, but inside the grotto it is always warm, always safe. Circe put aside her loom, her work for the day complete. The silence that follows is not empty, but full of a deep, resonant peace. The only sounds are the soft, rhythmic crackle and hiss of the fire, and perhaps the gentle, humming lullaby that seems to be the very breath of Circe herself. You lie on your bed of soft moss, watch the shadows dance on the high, vaulted ceiling. There is no vast, open sky here, no feeling of being adrift in the cosmos. Instead, there is a profound sense of being sheltered, of being held in a safe and ancient place. This is a place of rest, a place outside of time, a place to heal, not just the body, but the spirit, a place where the weariness of a lifetime can simply melt away, leaving only profound, quiet contentment. Here on Aeaea, you are safe, you are at peace. Let the image of this calm, enchanted island fill your mind. Let the gentle memories of our journey guide you into a deep and restful sleep. The scent of burning cedar and magical herbs, the soft feel of a lion's fur, the gentle, endless lullaby
of a timeless voice and the deep, comforting warmth of the hearth fire. Let these soothing sensations carry you away, drifting, floating into a deep and peaceful slumber. Sleep now, sleep well.